Okay, welcome everybody to our first stage demo. Yeah, it's not muted anymore. So Andrew is saying that the microphone is now working. So yeah, welcome everybody to our first demo. We're going to present, or here's the camera is here. We're going to present a couple of things we've been working on, and also we are going to present the demo from MovieStorm from Dave. And yeah, we're looking forward to showing you what the project is all about at the moment. We are going to start with the camera demo. All of the demos are, all of the demos will be connected to virtual reality. So at the moment, this is the main part we've been working on so far. And yeah, if you have any feedback or questions, you can write them into Slack, in the Slack channel. And we have Roman here, who's going to respond or read your questions to us, so we can respond more or less live, because we have a little delay of about 10 to 20 seconds. So keep that in mind, that there is a little bit of delay. Yeah, so if you have any questions, I try to have an eye on the channel as well. And yeah, so Thomas is going to start to show you the first demo. So as you can see, we imported a scene from the Unity asset store, which is the blacksmith scene. And this camera demo is for exploring camera angles and views in virtual reality. So you can navigate around the scene, look around, and on the right hand side you have a virtual camera object attached to your, or you can attach it to your controller and move it around. And on the left hand side you have a preview window with a yellow outline, and there you can see what the camera is seeing at the moment. Also, you see in front of the camera there is like a little highlight area. And with this, you can see in the real world what the camera is seeing at this time. So you are able to first see inside the scene what the camera is seeing without looking at the preview window. And also you can also see, if Thomas is zooming in and out at the moment, you can see that the focus image is, or the focus is a little bit changing, and you have a direct view on what's going on. So you are able to scale the world up and down, so you can make yourself, or you can make the world smaller and bigger, which makes navigation also easier. And by looking around in virtual reality, you can explore the camera angles. So you can grab the camera, look at something you like. For example, this entrance there. And then you can check what your viewfinder looks like on the left hand side. Yeah, this everything is going to be recorded, so you can also watch it later. There was one question from the channel. So as you can see, Thomas is trying to get inside this house, and he's moving forward, going in. And yeah, it's a little bit dark in here because the lighting is it's only outside, so it's a little bit dark. But you can see there's a character here. And yeah, now Thomas is exploring some different zoom factors. And maybe you can shoot an image. So if you're happy with the view or with one shot, you can press a button, and then there is a little preview image showing up on your left-hand controller. There is now a second one, which saves you the best shots you selected from the scene. So if you have these three guys here, now the two of them, and if Thomas is pressing the button, he will get a thumbnail of what he chose to save for later use. So this is useful if you want to show your shots to other people after you've done all your explorations in VR. And the images are also saved to the hard drive, so you can use them later. it would be possible to somehow tag them with time and date so that you know in what order they have been created. You're also able to manipulate the world a little bit, so you can move some characters around. Yeah, find a nice shot over the shoulder here. Yeah, and now we have that one saved. Okay, now Thomas is playing a little bit around with the scene to show you what you can do. Okay. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the chat on the Slack. I don't see any yet. So yeah, I guess we stay tuned for a couple of seconds to let that sink in, and then we're going to show you the next demo. Okay, ein paar Leute schreiben das.
Yeah, so that was the demo on camera in VR. So you could see that we have the ability to like move some objects, especially characters, so you can plan out how your characters should be in relation to each other. Maybe you have a script and you want to play it out. You can make different shots, and I can also show you, or maybe Thomas can show you quickly that we have all the screenshots saved. So we are setting up the next one, which is still camera, but we will use a tablet this time. So if you're not, if you don't want to use VR all the time, you can also do mostly the same stuff with a tablet in the room. And we'll show you that in a second. But before that, I want to show you that when we go into this directory and we open up here our window, you can see that this is on a hard drive, and we have all the shots we took in the demonstrator here as as our images, and we can use them later on to build some some layouting or take your shots and arrange them. You control controller. Yeah, currently the controller are on the screenshot if you have them in front of the camera, but this will be gone. This was no problem in the final product, so they will just be ignored and not shown in the camera. Yeah, so maybe while Thomas is setting up the other demo, I can tell you a little bit about why we go VR only at the moment. So VR is very new, and we have to develop some kind of new interactions and new techniques. And on desktop and tablet, it's very established, and we know how to do this. There are toolkits for that. So we go VR first to tackle all the challenges and adapt to the PC with mouse and keyboard and tablet with touch controls a little bit later. So we are currently in a phase where we develop an interface that will look and you can interact with it almost the same on all devices, so in VR, on tablet, and on the desktop. So it's kind of special. It's a little bit new and not what you are liked with a lot of buttons and tables and stuff like that. What you're currently seeing on the thing. So this is very crowded and not very handy for unexperienced or novice users. So our interface will be looking very different. We will present that at the Linz meeting, I guess. This is not in the demos yet because it's still in development. Okay, so the next demo is almost set up. So basically what we will see is almost the same functionality. So you can walk around in the room and look onto the scene, but you have a tablet like, for example, like the camera in your hand. And you can find shots with the tablet, and you can also like zoom the world and take snapshots and which are saved. We still have to get change it on the fly, so it takes a few minutes. Yes, it will be possible to take videos. So the snapshot functionality at the moment is you can save shots, but later on it will be no problem to make videos of it. So you can shoot your video live and export that and use it as a sample or something. That's no problem, but so we could add that in a few, in a day or something. The problem is with the demo here, we are live streaming from the same computer with the VR, so it's very heavy load on the computer, and capturing a video at the same time would be very, it would start to lag. But without the live stream, it would work perfectly. So there is no problem taking a video of the camera you have in your hand. You can walk around and make your camera movement. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Geht das denn mit dem Manifesto von PC? Denke ich. Weil die kriegt für die zu verfügen. Yeah, so we have a little technical issue, but this is due to the router system of the university, which we are not very much in control of. So we'll show it to you anyway, so you can maximize this and do the play again. Yeah. So you can see here, this is what's on the tablet, what you can see on the tablet. Ja.
Bisher hast du ja nur Objekte gelöst. Ist es auch möglich, mit Hardware zu bringen?
So this will be very much later in the project. We are not sure yet if this will be possible. So the question was if we can move rigged characters. So from the requirements we heard, main requirement is that you can apply animations like walking and stuff to your characters and arrange them so that you transition them so that you can say now he's standing there, he's walking over there, and then he's standing again. So this will be possible in the first demonstrator or second. That is definitely included, and then if we can adapt those things, we will see later on, because we will have the motion capture from the suit. So if you want to have like very precise animations, you can do that with the motion suit. And for like non-character objects, you will be able to define a path and say where they want to go, and then you can apply a secondary animation onto that, so you can say he's walking along this path. So now we have it working. So on the screen you can see, I'll make it bigger. Wait. So on the screen you can see what the tablet is seeing, where it is looking at the world. You can see that there's also a snapshot button and a scale button, and you can also see from the camera that on the tablet you have the same view. And if you move the tablet, you navigate the camera in the world. So Thomas will now walk around the world and find some interesting shots, and you can see where he is looking. Yes, so I hope we can do this. So I'm now taking the camera and filming how he is moving things and interacting with things in the world. So we can zoom in and out and move the camera, and we can take snapshots. So this is very like a demonstrator. You can see the straps. This will be very different. So there will be little trackers that you can attach to the tablet on the back, and this will come later this year. So you will definitely not need these straps. It will be very like you attach it to the tablet and you're ready to go. So on the bottom, you can see if you take a snapshot, there are like also this little previews of what you've taken, and now we can move the camera a little bit out so we get an overview of the scene. So the scenes are like some sample scenes where you can have something to look at, but you can import any scene later on, and on the demonstrator from Dave we will show how you can create a scene on yourself. So this will be one of the next demos, where we show how you can create your scene yourself, and then you will be able to do that on your own scene. Alright, so if you have questions about that, you can ask them now, and I will set up the next thing.
Okay, now we have another scene or another demo. This will be of interest for especially for the partners from the theater. So as you can see, we are inside the Landestheater, Musiktheater in Linz now, or in the virtual version of it. So thanks to Ivo, who provided us with a CAD model of the theater, we are now able to walk around in the scene. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah. So as you can see, there are chairs here, or the virtual chairs, and I will now put a real chair behind Thomas, so that he has the impression of actually sitting in the audience room. And how do you feel, Thomas?
Yeah, currently it's really feeling like I'm in the theater. So you definitely have to check it out. Oh yes, genau. You put that on full screen. Yes, right. Sorry. So you should definitely check that out at the demo session at the Linz meeting, where you can explore it yourself. So you can actually sit in the audience here in the theater and see how it looks. And the cool thing is you can also stand up, teleport somewhere else, maybe like this chair, and you can also sit down here and see how it's looking from here. So maybe the scale is sometimes a bit up, but we can reposition us. So we are sitting here in the Landestheater. Okay, so maybe.
Yeah, yeah, I will take over. So maybe you, Thomas, can you go to the Schnürboden?
Yeah, sure. Which is a bit of a hassle, but
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you can move the figures around also if you like. So you can manipulate the whole stage a little bit if you like. So if you're a director or a set designer, you can walk around the theater, have a look at the dimensions, how everything looks like, and then you are also able to somehow control the theater. So we can also. Kannst du die Nummer drehen oder was? Achso, da stimmt.
So we can go back over here, and you have some controls that
Yeah, I guess a little bit. Hope Thomas is. You can hear Thomas a little bit.
so we have some technical previs in here, where you see this is very fast, but you can rotate the stage, and you can also rotate the second, the smaller stage, and you can see where like where the trapdoors in the floor. Currently, there's only like blocks coming out, but there's also one person. So maybe you can turn the big stage again, so that we have the back side, and then go a little bit further. And then we can control the small stage. You can only see that it's currently rotating, but if you put something on there, this will be rotating with it. And then we have like the trapdoors, and you see there's a person in there. You could see that you can bring someone up there. So this is just showing what's possible. Also, we have the curtain that can move up and down. So this is very fast and not accurate, but it's you can see what's possible in the theater, right? So as on the other demo, maybe you can move the curtain up maximum. All right. So this is like you could see this scene or the stage design, and maybe from the people from the Landestheater, this looks familiar. So this is an actual scene that was built on the stage in a few months back, and I will start to manipulate it a little bit. So I will give it back to Thomas.
At the moment, we are going for an VR approach, so we are experimenting a lot with the Vive, and as you saw in the camera demo, we are also having in mind supporting other devices, like tablet devices, for example. And the aim is to go for an like multi-device approach. So we would like to integrate these functionalities to other devices as well, also to the desktop, and have some sort of like overall user interface concept and also interaction concept for the whole previous software, or for the first stage software. So now Thomas is manipulating the set a little bit, so he's moving around a character, taking some chairs, going to the other side of the stage, putting a character on the ramp there, and also you can take one of these pillars. I guess it's pillars, die Säulen. And yeah, you can, as you can see, you can move the set a little bit around, or the set pieces. And then if you are happy with your design, you can go to the audience room and have a look from an audience perspective on the whole thing. Yeah, at the moment you cannot manipulate the lights in VR or at all, but yes, it will be a feature in the future. So you can manipulate some sort of lighting, and we have to find out how to best integrate it into the whole user concept. So now, as you can see, what's this thing saying? Okay, now you can see Thomas scaled down the word a little bit smaller than usual, and now he can set himself back in the audience center and have a look at the stage and how his new set design works out visually. So I like the pillar, which is a little bit demolished now. Looks a little bit different. So if you like, if you're a set designer or director, you can go in VR, go on the stage, have a look at all the dimensions, see how the curtains look like, and also you're able to go to the Schnürboden, to the upper technical parts of the stage, but at the moment the VR interaction seems to be a little bit off, but that should be possible, or that's possible actually, but yeah, as always there are some demonstration issues if you're live. So yeah, that's the theater demo. So do you have any further questions? No, not at the moment. So yeah. This is already the last part. So we are half an hour into the demo, but we're running quickly, I guess. But yeah, so if you like, we have some time left. So we plan to have this this demo until 12. So it's only half an hour. So if we're running a little bit fast, please tell. And if you want to see something again, or yeah, if you should put it on again, please ask, or please say so, and then we can show you something else. Now the ja, kannst du machen, oder? Okay, so one request from Thomas: please write some adjectives or nouns into the chat window, because he's going to need your help for this. So this is a demo from Movie Storm from Dave, and here you can see in the main hall. Kannst du nochmal zurückgehen? Okay, this is the main hall, and this thing works as follows. So you're in this main hall, and you can create scenes or stages, how you like. And each stage has one door. So Thomas just created a new door. It's called Demo, somewhere at the end. Yeah, and you can go into this door, and now you're in an empty scene. And you can look around, you can move around. There's a little debug window, and yeah, this will be gone. This is for debug purposes, so it's pretty useful in VR at the moment. Yeah, yeah, we are going to take all the demos to Linz next time, so you're able to try these out yourselves. So that's totally possible. all of them. Thomas is having now a menu in VR, and he can switch through different asset items. And now we have this. No, we don't have any words. No adjectives or nouns. Okay, so Thomas is picking a car from the menu because he's really much into cars. That's his main thing. No, just kidding. That's not his main thing. And then you can also look at, for example, window, bedroom, items. And now we have a window. So I guess it's going to be a car showroom or something like that. Huh. So there's a nice window. And yeah, carpet would be nice or something like that. Carpet, I don't know. You can, yeah, nice. So you can basically pick assets from a database. You put them on the ground. You rotate them. You can scale them also if you like. And the last use items are attached to your left controller. So you can always re-choose the latest 5 items or so, if you like. So if you need to have another window, you can directly pick it from the left controller if it would work. Okay, so the cabinet is working. So more cabinets. So Thomas also scaled the world a little bit smaller, so he's now he's bigger, or the world is smaller as he is in real life. And now he's back into the first person view. Yeah, and now you can see you can build your set if you like, and experiment with different options on furniture and accessories. And there are also other tools. So you can not only pick and place items, you can also, for example, 3D model new shapes. So he has picked the pencil tool now, and you can draw lines into the world. So this is going to be a, let's see. So he drew the outline on the floor, and now we have a 3D model in the scene directly. So you can also add stuff which you can't find in the database. For example, this is a room, this divider walls, and you can also draw graffiti on the wall. So you can experiment with your latest graffiti ideas. So he's decorating the wall a little bit now. A nice color. And apparently he's not happy with the chair at all, so yeah, because it's blocking a little bit the painting tool. So you can paint, you can freehand paint into the scene, which is a nice feature. Okay, so basically that's the functionality in this demo. Yeah, you can import other models too if you like. So I don't know, maybe Dave, can you? Yeah, Dave is typing already, so he's going to explain it in more detail. So if you think of an early integration, you can combine this with the camera tools, for example, and you go and build your scene, and then you explore around with the camera tool, And for example, if you want to show it to others, you can use the tablet version. You can walk around the room in a virtual room and explore different camera angles, experiment with smaller or larger items, edit your set, and also create customized items. Yeah, I just read that there will be some stage design model from the theater. So yeah, that would be cool to explore also for the Linz meeting. So if you're able to walk around in your environment, which you're used to, it could make a lot of sense to do that. Also, if you have any models you you would like to try out in the Linz meeting, please send them to us. This is also question to Vogel, for example, or Ax Anima. So if you would, or Next Limit, if you have any models, any interesting environments you would like to explore, also with the camera tool, please send them to us so we can prepare them, and they will be running in the demos or in the demonstrators we just showed you. Yeah, the director's chair. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So you're in the scene now. So Thomas created a little room, and yeah. Okay. So should we try to go to the asset warehouse if that's possible? Yeah. So there's also in this demo there's also a asset warehouse, which is basically a collection of all the assets actually at the moment available for this demonstrator. So which is a nice idea to get an overview of an larger amount of stuff which you can use in scene building. So you can just go around and look around what we have. They're a little bit organized to carpets, shelves, curtains, sofas. So if you have no idea what the asset database looks like, you can go into this virtual warehouse and walk around a little bit and to get an overview of what's all included. You could imagine to have a virtual shopping cart, something like that. Pick items, place them somewhere, and then import them to the scene you would like to edit. Yeah, they are showing up. Thomas is picking some items now, and they are showing up beside this little stage in front of the scene. So this closet is floating in the air now. Yeah. Okay. So this is This was the last demo. So we have checked out camera positioning in VR. We have the camera tool for, let's say, mixed reality, augmented reality, which you can use on a tablet. Walking around the room in VR, we have seen the theater where you can manipulate the stage, go to the audience room, look at different perspectives on from the audience perspective, manipulate the stage, as I said, and we also had a look at MovieStorm's tool for set creation and asset exploration. So if you would like to see any of the demos again, that would be the time, as we have some time left. Also, if you have any questions, please write in the chat, and then we can answer them. Yeah. So if you like to have a hangout session after this demo, we can also do that. If you would like to talk about it a little bit, we can do that also. So just just state if you're interested in that, if you would like to give some verbal feedback on the demos. Thank you, Peter. So you can also write us an email after that if you have some comments or questions or ideas for us, ideas for improvement, changes. If you would like to know something more about it, we can also have a telephone call. So just call us after that or in a couple of next days. It's also possible.
So all that you saw now is recorded, and we will put that. We'll upload it somewhere and send it to you, so you will be able to watch it later again and see some details if you like, or send it to your colleagues. Especially from the theater, there were 2 people that were not available today, and the people from Next Limit. We'll send them the link, and you will be able to share it with your colleagues and show what's going on. I had one more comment, but I forgot. For the Vive in general, there will be updates. So this is the first version that is actually working very well, and so we decided to go for that because it really suits the topic of 3D content, interaction. It's really handy, and you will experience this yourself at the LINS meeting. So there will be a few updates. Maybe we will use the stupid cable that you currently have behind you, so you can walk around freely and don't have that. And there will be also additional trackers that you can attach to real cameras or other objects, and then you can, if you want to try out some scene with your real heavy camera, you can put a tracker on that and also use that in VR. Carrying around the real camera and having the camera in virtual reality doing the same things. So this will come this year, so maybe you should be aware that there's more to come in terms of VR. Okay, so we have one more gimmick. This is like a bit off topic. So we have a student working on also scene generation, but in a very creative and unconventional way. And this is really not like something that will go into the project like this, but it's just for the fun. And so maybe while you think about more questions or something, we can show you a bit. But this is really for fun. Be aware of that. So it's a shooter, and you have weapons, different weapons, and also you have different items you can choose from. So maybe I would like to see, we don't have a car. I like cars, but we don't have one. But we have a motorbike, so just put a motorbike there. Right, okay, we can shoot motorbikes. Maybe that are a few, like they are not very much aligned. Put them around a little bit. So, okay, so yeah, we want to show off our motorbikes. So this is like our garage, and we want to show off our motorbikes. Right, so there's also an outside scene, and maybe you want to build a little farm or something, so we can shoot our buildings. Okay, so we have our 3 farm buildings, but then we need some trees, right? We need some trees so that it looks authentic. Does it work now? Okay, so you can shoot trees, but we need more trees, like really, like a lot of trees. We are in the woods, right? So we can throw a grenade. And we have a wood. Maybe okay. So currently they are floating in the air, but this is just beta. Be sure this is for fun and not for actual like modeling purposes. Yeah, and maybe you wanna. Oh, you wanna make wanna make yourself bigger so that everything is small and you have more overview over the scene. So you put down some barrels. We need a toilet house. So on a farm you need a authentic toilet house somewhere, and you want to place it exactly next to the building, right? All right. So yeah, now you select the toilet house and you want to have it exactly next to the building. All right. So you can shoot your assets down there. And you can also rotate things and scale things. So maybe we need a bigger toilet house, right? Yeah, this looks good. This looks good. Maybe it's only for giants. So this is a student's project, and what we are trying to see is if this first-person style of interaction with things makes things easier, and maybe you can think about having like a first-person mode to build your scene on the PC. So this is with mouse and keyboard, as you can see. And we can have a first-person mode, not with weapons, but actually with tools, and then you can like build your scene from above and make some big trees, small trees, and then you can make yourself smaller again and be in the scene and walk around and see how it looks if you're like if you would be an actor inside the scene. So are there some comments? Yes, Dave likes it. I knew this is cool. All right. Okay, so the thing is that this is actually much easier in terms of interaction than if you think of the UI you saw before when we started Unity. This is like a professional tool to build games. It's very complicated, and like most people won't understand it at the first place, and they will need some training. But this is really easy, and you can start building your scene within like maybe 5 minutes of training. So everybody could use that. So you don't need special training in newest Maya version or something, just to build like a small set. So we only have a few assets here, but you could think of a combination with like a big asset database that we saw earlier, with a lot of assets where you can have cars and houses and interior, and so you can actually build your scene very quickly, and even a director could do it himself to present his ideas. So this is like an idea behind this, and you can do it without the weapons, and maybe have like more direct tools to interact with things. Yeah. So this is just for fun currently. We need a very big mushroom. So we have a lot of mushrooms there, and we want to make it very big. All right, this looks good. Yeah. Big bottles also are good. Yeah. All right, this looks good. So if you are really creative, and maybe for the theater, this is a thing where you want to have a giant bottle on the stage. You can just easily do that. Yeah, right. So are there more questions? No. All right. As we said, you can call us or write us an email at any time if you have questions or comments. And I think that's it for today. And I hope you liked the presentation. And you can try them yourself at the Linz meeting. And we really encourage you to do that because it's a very different feeling. Seeing someone act in VR and experience it yourself, have like your small stage in front of you and interact with it, and then scale it up, and you're really inside the theater or inside your scene that you've built. So I really encourage you all to try it out at the Linz meeting. I guess we'll see us there, and till then, work hard and have a good time. All right, see you.